pleased to welcome you all on behalf of the Committee of Governors of ECOWAS member central banks and the management and staff of the West African Monetary Agency to the first in-person meeting on the project to promote gender-sensitive digital financial services policies and regulations across the ECOWAS. The project is to be executed by WAMA, funded by the African Development Bank. The project aims to design gender-sensitive digital financial services regulatory policies in the ECOWAS region and enhance the capacities of the central banks towards the adoption of gender-friendly digital financial regulatory frameworks at the national and regional levels. This meeting is taking place at a time when the global economy and our region continue to face multiple continuing shocks. We seem to have entered a phase in the global economy of recurring shocks upon shocks. And these shocks threaten to reverse years of hard-won economic advancement for women. Women form a substantial part of the informal sector, which continues to be susceptible to these external shocks. And they continue to face obstacles which include higher levels of illiteracy, limited access to technology, and the benefits of financial technologies, and the lack of effective and efficient regulations that enhance gender mainstreaming in our region. Given the importance of women in the socio-economic development of our region, it is critical to safeguard the participation of half of our population through the implementation of gender-focused policies and regulations that should help bridge the gender gap and create more equitable economic and social welfare opportunities. And we cannot be collectively prosperous without one half of the population reaching their full potential. And we hope that this project will contribute in some small way to that. I hope that the outcome of our discussions this week will help move forward the implementation of the project. And I thank you.
It is an honor and a pleasure for me to represent the ECOWAS Commission, and in particular the Honorable Commissioner for Economic Affairs and Agriculture, Honorable Madam Masanje Turelitse, at the opening of this very important workshop on the promotion of gender-sensitive digital financial services, DFS, policies and regulations across ECOWAS taking place today in Abuja. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, this project, which is being funded by the African Development Bank and executed by WAMA, could not have come at a more opportune time in the socio-economic development of our region, as most of our economies are firmly on the path of enhancing financial inclusion through a number of means, including digital financial services. It is estimated that the gender gaps cost the economy some 15% of GDP. Women's empowerment boosts productivity, increases diversification, and improves income inequality. Investing in women's economic empowerment thus sets a direct path towards gender equality, poverty eradication, and inclusive economic growth. In conclusion, I wish to thank the African Development Bank for the continued intervention in ECOWAS, WAMA for the time and ability to execute the project, and other stakeholders for their contributions to this laudable initiative, which is expected to touch the lives of millions of community citizens within the region, and look forward to fruitful outcomes for all.
I'm very, very happy to join you this morning at this very important event, talking about a topic, that cuts to the heart of policy making for gender inclusion. And this event is important because, one, it's opening on the eve of International Women's Day, a day where globally public and private institutions, everyone stops and talks about women, acknowledges their contributions to social, economic, political spheres, and reaffirms their commitment to ensuring gender parity. Permit me to commend you all for this initiative. I think it's very important that we note that as we implement policies and as we leverage technology, digital technology to advance outcomes, sometimes those initiatives also exacerbate differences and gaps. Today there's a digital gender gap. As digital becomes more mainstream, if we are not targeted, if we are not proactive as policymakers, we may actually exacerbate those gaps on a digital level and undo all the success and achievement that we are trying to make.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Africa Digital Financial Inclusion Facility, known as ADFI, as the first face-to-face workshop bringing together key stakeholders, partners, and gender champions, this event marks a significant milestone towards the common goal to promote gender-sensitive digital financial services, policies, and regulations across ECOWAS member countries. As stated by the African Development Bank's President, Akinwumi Adesina, with the right investments in innovation and smart digital growth, the obstacles to achieving financial inclusion and greater economic opportunity for all will be overcome. The West Africa Monetary Agency plays a pivotal role in the consolidation and implementation of strategic financial inclusion objectives across the ECOWAS region. In fact, the project has been hailed by Bruno Le Maire, the Minister for the Economy and Finance in France, during the 76th session of the UN General Assembly in 2021 as a leading project to create a unique gender-based digital financial inclusion framework in the 15 member states of ECOWAS that could not only give women the opportunity to take part in local digital financial markets, but could benefit millions of people across the region. The project to be executed slightly over 3 years will potentially affect 350 million people in all 15 ECOWAS nations, drive policy dialogue, and lead to a sustainable regulatory approach to facilitate financial inclusion for women. This will be achieved through the development of not only the policy and regulatory framework, but also gender indicators that can inform evaluation of the project and interventions, such as design of the gender scorecard for digital financial service providers. I would like to extend our thanks, the thanks of ADFI and the bank, to both the esteemed speakers and also the gender champions, as well as the WAMA project team for organizing this workshop, and look forward to an engaging and productive week. Thank you all.
My name is Halila Ahmed Salim. I work as a digital financial services specialist with Africa Digital Financial Inclusion Facility. When you have a body that has an established mechanism of passing policies and regulatory frameworks, it gives you a powerful platform to start negotiating for and advocating for changes that specifically affect women, because women financial inclusion is much lower in West Africa compared to the rest of Africa. And to have an entity like WAMA taking charge is quite refreshing, and we are quite excited to work with WAMA.
My name is Sophia Abu. I work in the Financial Inclusion Delivery Unit of the Central Bank of Nigeria. I'm currently the lead of the Gender Desk. I'm situated in the Development Finance Department of the bank. We are looking to grow our economies collectively, and as a country we must ensure that 50% of the population, which is women, are carried along.
Je suis Ngoya Signan Diarra, chef du service de la promotion de l'inclusion et de l'éducation financière à la direction de l'inclusion et de l'éducation financière de la BCEAO. En fait, aujourd'hui, il existe un large consensus sur le fait que la participation des femmes à l'économie va d'une part permettre leur inclusion financière et d'autre part contribuer à la croissance économique. Donc du fait du rôle socio-économique que jouent les femmes dans nos sociétés, il est important d'assurer leur accès aux services financiers, d'assurer leur accès aux services de crédit, aux services d'épargne, aux services de paiement pour leur permettre de créer des activités génératrices de revenus et ainsi faire progresser les économies. Donc le lien est clairement établi entre la croissance économique et l'inclusion des populations, en particulier des femmes qui aujourd'hui dans nos économies en développement travaillent souvent dans le secteur de l'informel.
My name is Linia Sumshisha. I will lead Bank of Ghana with the Payment Systems Department. I'm an officer with charge of Authorization and Innovation Office. As you all know, women are very critical in the development of the economy. And in sub-Saharan Africa, women contribute widely in its economic development. And it's very important for central banks, and especially Bank of Ghana, to be interested in and empower women to use more digital financial services. It's very critical that to be put in place policies and also interact with the stakeholders that are relevant to this development of these policies. These policies would benefit these stakeholders because they would empower them to be more critical in their thinking and making choices of which DFS service they should use. It gives them an opportunity to be more included, gives them an opportunity to make an impact and also to make a difference and transform lives wherever.
My name is Peter Brown. I work with the Payment Systems Department of the Bank of Ghana. Actually, women form a significant part of the overall infrastructure of payment system space in Ghana. And over time, we realized that despite several attempts to have policies that help to enhance financial inclusion, the gap always remains. And currently in Ghana, we have a gender finance gap of about 12%, which we consider to be unacceptable, which we consider to be something that needs to be worked upon. In fact, the more we roll out policies without making them gender-centric, without ensuring that they are being tailored to reach specific needs, specific gender needs, it's basically achieving results, but results in a skewed way, such that the real people that need to be reached are not being reached.